Joining me now on the Daily Ledger Page 5 beat from Nashville, Tennessee, economic analyst, hedge fund manager, and contributor to Forbes and other major business publications, Thomas Landstreet. Thomas, the trade war between the United States and China right now, you don't actually believe that this little microcosm of the global economy can trigger a massive global slowdown, do you?
Well, will it trigger a recession is the question. We're already slowing down. Yes, free trade is like an open artery where the blood flows freely throughout the body into the capillaries. China and the U.S. have benefited greatly from our free trade, for decades. I don't disagree, as you know, with what Trump is doing, which is calling their bluff on things they're doing, which is clearly stealing our technology. And somebody had to do it, so it's almost like a necessary move. But yes, certainly, free trade is one of the great pillars of free market economics. And when you clog it up, it has significant ramifications, especially for export-led countries like Germany. We are a lot more balanced, as you know, and the consumer is doing extraordinarily well here because, wages are up and hourly wages are up and hours worked or work productivity's up. So we're going to be more resilient than the rest of the world. But there's no doubt, Graham, that it is a negative.
All right. So if trade is the lifeblood to the global economy, then manufacturing is going to be either the heart or the lungs of the mechanism. At least post-industrial revolution countries, I think, would say that it's the heart or the lungs. And right now, apparently, we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown, manufacturing.
Yeah, that's true. And you cited the survey, the ISM market survey. Remember, respondents, if you and I ran a business together, when we were asked a survey like that, they're asking us to look out 3, 6, 9 months. And with trade the way it is, if we were in a basic industry manufacturing, we would not know what the future holds for the first time in a couple of years. We have a lack of clarity. This reminds me of exactly how the surveys were under Obama when his regulatory,
Right.
when they were regulating everything that moved and wiggled and cried. It's a lack of clarity. But we could see that clear up very quickly, Graham, if we saw a resolution to the trade scenario.
But we also have this inverted yield curve, and I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but I'll just remind folks what that means. It means that short-term interest rates are producing a better yield than long-term interest rates. And if you look at the chart right now, Thomas, it's quite significant. And now it's a matter of how long this inverted yield curve is going to happen. And this is an indicator, one of many, of a potential recession too.
Certainly is. It's usually, it happens simultaneously with a recession. Not all the time are they related, obviously. What it says to me is that short-term interest rates are too high. As you know, global investors set interest rates through the 10-year Treasury and the 30-year Treasury. It's a sign of fear, and it's a sign of and so that's why the 10-year is down. I think we're going to probably due for a rate cut simply because of that.
Meantime, it's a great time to go out and buy a house or refi your house because the mortgage rates are following in that downward trajectory along with the long-term rates. Thomas, thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.